This particular story sounds like some type of entanglement, some love triangle, something that was going on that ended horribly wrong. It absolutely had a child involved as well as a mother. Stories like this can't happen. They shouldn't happen. And I think that at this point, it just needs to be punished to the max. But before I give you the details about what happened to this mother and that beautiful little angel that you guys see on my screen right there, that smile, I just couldn't imagine anybody who would want to take that smile away from that beautiful little baby, okay? Let alone anybody else. But let me give you guys a warning about my type of content. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. And let me tell you guys this, I just learned a new word, a big word I've never even heard of before, but thank you to people.com for this article. A U.S. Navy cook was indicted in Jamaica after authorities said she organized a plot to kill a mother and her 10-month-old baby, which was a little girl who would have grown up to become a black woman. How about that? I think people forget that little black girls will one day grow up to be black women, and we talk about protecting black women and protecting black women at all costs, but we don't protect little girls. We harm little girls. We abuse little girls. We talk to them crazy, right? As a culture, I don't think there's enough respect given to children. I just wanted to throw that out there. A 10-month-old baby who was also the daughter of a Jamaican member of parliament. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, that's the big word I just learned. Constabulary. What is a constabulary? It's a constabulary. I literally looked up the definition. It said a constabulary is a constabulary. Anyway, the Jamaica Constabulary Force said that at a press conference Friday that Tashina, oh my God, these names. Toshyna, Tashina Patterson, 27 years old, and her daughter, Soraya Powell, were murdered before their bodies were burned and later disposed of after the pair went missing on September the 9th in their home of Kingston. Leota Vanessa Bradshaw, who is, and that's the mother and the little baby. That is such a beautiful little girl, too. This freaking idiot right here, her name is Leota Vanessa Bradshaw, 34 years 34 years old, was charged with 2 counts each of murder, kidnapping, conspiracy to murder, and conspiracy to kidnap, the constabulary force said. Or somebody said it's the police force, essentially. Okay, thank you for that. It is one of the most painful investigations for the team since recent times, Deputy Commissioner Fitz Bailey said at a news conference. NBC News, citing Jamaica prosecutors, report that Bradshaw paid 3 men, Roland Balfour, Richard Brown, and Roshane Miller, paid 3 people to kidnap Patterson and her daughter. The constabulary also announced charges against the 3 men at Friday's press conference. I don't know why they didn't put their pictures out there. Maybe I can find them at a later point. Soraya was the daughter of a member of parliament, Philip Paulwell, Paulwell. Is that Paulwell or Paul? Who recently released a statement after the brutal killings. Nothing could have prepared me for the events that unfolded since last week Thursday and the alleged discoveries, Paul said in a statement. That anyone could murder a mother and an innocent baby is unimaginable, and my heart is heavy with sadness. I'm praying for to Shina's family, who I know are also experiencing unbearable grief and pain of losing their beloved daughter and granddaughter, he continued. Bradshaw also had a child with Powell, and even considered him to be her spouse. Leota Bradshaw, the woman who organized this murder, had a child with Parliament member Philip Powell. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just curious if he didn't know about this. What do y'all think? I'm just going to say maybe he didn't know, and maybe this woman did this all on her own. But with these crazy love triangles and baby mamas, I'm not so sure. I wouldn't be surprised if this woman gets in front of the courts and say that he told me that this would be a good idea to do and get him caught up in this mess also. Bradshaw had a child with Powell and even considered him to be her spouse. A Navy spokesman tells people that Bradshaw is a culinary specialist. She's a cook. A culinary specialist seaman. She's a freaking cook. Assigned to a recruiting unit in Miami, she enlisted in 2020. The Navy takes all allegations of misconduct seriously and is fully cooperating with appropriate investigative and law enforcement authorities, the spokesman said. The matter is currently under investigation by Jamaican authorities and the Navy Criminal Investigative Services, NCIS. What do y'all think? I'm just not so sure that he didn't know nothing at all. Just saying. Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let me know what you guys think. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. I just find it hard to believe that this man had a baby with this woman and he didn't know nothing at all. But you guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, share this video, let me know what you think, especially leave a comment if you think something otherwise.
A family tonight is grieving this mother and her 10-year-old daughter, and it's this Miami woman, Leota Bradshaw, who is accused of hiring hitmen to kill them in Jamaica.
Leota Vanessa Bradshaw, 34 years old, petty officer in the U.S. Navy.
Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all this part. It's probably going to talk about this in the news videos. I want y'all to hear how much that this woman promised to pay those men to kill this woman. This is why I think that it's even more crazy. And the fact that I think that with this woman being a Navy cook, she ain't got the kind of salary. She ain't got the money. And nor do I think she ever would in a lifetime to accumulate this kind of money to be able to pay off what she was putting on this woman's and this baby's head. As far as the price on their head to cause their death. I want y'all to hear this.
He was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, 2 counts of kidnapping, 2 counts of murder.
Bradshaw is a U.S. Navy petty officer assigned to a talent acquisition team here in Miami. In a statement to NBC6, the Navy says it takes all allegations of misconduct seriously and is fully cooperating with appropriate investigative and law enforcement authorities. The matter is currently under investigation by Jamaican authorities and the Navy Criminal Investigative Service. This is Bradshaw walking out of a Jamaican courtroom after being charged. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecution in Jamaica alleges Bradshaw and her cousin hired 2 men to murder a child and her mother. The contracted men allegedly carried out the murder by shooting the victims, then burning them.
It is one of the most painful investigations for the team since recent times. However, the team of investigators continue to be professional and remain focused.
Jamaican officials identifying the child as the daughter of a member of Parliament, Philip Powell. In a press release, prosecutors allege Bradshaw and Powell were in a relationship and Bradshaw considered Powell her spouse. He hasn't responded to our request for comment, but he did say this on social media: that anyone could murder a mother and an innocent baby is unimaginable, and my heart is heavy with sadness. I am praying for Tashinia's family, who I know are experiencing the unbearable grief and pain of losing their beloved daughter and granddaughter.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and time.
A Miami sailor is in a Jamaican jail accused of murder-for-hire scheme that left a mother and her 10-year-old dead. The case is also connected to a Jamaican member of parliament who the suspect once had a relationship with. NBC6's Jamie Gorilla is live in Miami with this international saga. Jamie.
Yeah, that woman, the U.S. Navy confirms, is a petty officer. Tonight, she's facing charges of kidnapping and murder. A family tonight is grieving this mother and her 10-year-old daughter. And it's this Miami woman, Leona Bradshaw, who is accused of hiring hitmen to kill them in Jamaica.
Leona Vanessa Bradshaw, 34 years old, petty officer in the U.S. Navy. She was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, 2 counts of kidnapping, 2 counts of murder.
Bradshaw is a U.S. Navy petty officer assigned to a talent acquisition team here in Miami. In a statement to NBC6, the Navy says it takes all allegations of misconduct seriously and is fully cooperating with appropriate investigative and law enforcement authorities. The matter is currently under investigation by Jamaican authorities and the Navy Criminal Investigative Service. This is Bradshaw walking out of a Jamaican courtroom after being charged. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecution in Jamaica alleges Bradshaw and her cousin hired 2 men to murder a child and her mother. The contracted men allegedly carried out the murder by shooting the victims, then burning them.
It is one of the most painful investigations for the team since recent times. However, the team of investigators continue to be professional and remain focused.
Jamaican officials identifying the child as the daughter of a member of parliament, Philip Palwell. In a press release, prosecutors allege Bradshaw and Palwell were in a relationship and Bradshaw considered Palwell her spouse. He hasn't responded to our request for comment, but he did say this on social media: that anyone could murder a mother and an innocent baby is unimaginable, and my heart is heavy with sadness. I am praying for Tashinia's family, who I know are experiencing the unbearable grief and pain of losing their beloved daughter and granddaughter. Bradshaw is expected to appear again in court in December. We reached out to her attorneys for a comment but haven't heard back, although they have publicly denied the allegations. Reporting live in Miami.
So, they didn't say it in the news video, but that's the picture right there. I'm going to put this on the screen and make it in a bigger form. And I want you guys to see the amount of money. Let me know if you guys can see this. We got a live chat. If y'all can, type in the chat and let me know if y'all can see this. This woman allegedly offered up to $500,000 for the murder of Paul's daughter and her mother. I want you guys to keep in mind, where there's smoke, there's fire. There is no freaking way. I want to use the F word, but I didn't. There is no freaking way a Navy cook, a Navy SEAL, a Navy commander, a Navy owner, maybe a Navy owner could. Where the hell is she going to get $500,000 from? And let me say something disrespectful. Here's the part that's disrespectful. And I know some of my sisters are probably not going to like this. I need to give a shout out to my brother, Tommy Sotomayor, because he's talked about this. And I want you guys to look this up. In the United States of America, our sisters have a net, I'm going to just say sister so I don't get in trouble saying the other terminology. Our sisters have a net value in the United States of America of around $5. That means that they don't have the most finances. They spend quite a bit of money, but don't have the finances. No, it says 500,000. Let me make sure. Because this is, you said in what type of money? Is there a, let me see. Let me see. What is the conversion in Jamaican dollars. 500. Hold on, let me see. 500,000 in Jamaican dollars. Let me see if that's a thing. Oh. Well, no. It's saying, okay, so the Jamaican symbol is JMD. I wish they would have said USD. Okay, so it doesn't say 500,000 JMD. It says $500,000. You don't call 500,000 in Jamaican money dollars. What is it actually called? What is Jamaican currency called? What is Jamaican currency called?
According to Investopedia, JMD is the currency abbreviation for the Jamaican dollar, the official currency for the island nation of Jamaica, and is subdivided into 100 cents.
So there you go. That would be 500,000 USD American dollars. But I thank y'all for paying attention to that. That's actually a good catch. That's a good catch. $500,000, and the fact that more times than none, our sisters as a whole, not all, not everybody, but as a combined group in the United States of America does not have a lot of funds, don't have a lot of money. It's not because it's not there. It's just because they spend it all. It all goes out, whether it's hair, nails, shoes, clothes, bills, cell phones, fancy cars, paying bills, taking care of kids, whatever it is, they don't have a good net value. Either way, she ain't got it. That's my point. Thank you. Thank you, beauty. And thank you for not being offended by the facts of what I said. Where's she going to get $500,000 from? Let's just say if they believe that she was going to get access to $500,000. If y'all paid attention to the story, who actually would have access to $500,000 of USD money? The Jamaican Parliament, let me see, Jamaican Parliament member salary. Jamaican Parliament salary. The salary, let me see. Parliament secretary salary will be $13.4 million, $15 million, and $17.2 million. That looks like a lot of money. I wonder will this give me more details? Do y'all see where I'm going with this? So there's a prime minister, deputy prime minister, minister of finance, minister of state, speaker, parliament secretary. So I guess member of parliament. Potentially $14 million. Is that how much money they make? Damn. Okay. Which leads me back to my original point. Y'all look that up. He said, I'm going to be a parliament. Look it up. How much does a member of parliament in Jamaica make as far as money? And tell me who would be able to finance $500,000. To me, that's a red flag. And where there's smoke, there's usually fire. And I'm assuming that I probably never should ever take a trip to Jamaica, especially since the fact that I brought that information out, which will probably cause that man to be investigated. Because why else would she offer that kind of money knowing that she probably would never see that kind of money in her lifetime? I just think there's more to the story. Don't be surprised if more comes out. To that beautiful baby girl and to the mother, R.I.P. Let me know what you guys think about this story. $500,000 USD, not Jamaican dollars. Let me know what you guys think.